As robotic technology has progressed, more of these studies and duties have been allocated to robots rather than living humans, preserving lives in the process. While humans have walked on the moon, scientific understanding of the environment on planets such as Mars, Venus, Titan, and Jupiter is nearly entirely based on robot investigation. Humans are able to collect substantially more data about conditions in space as technology allows robots to reach space faster. Keep watching if you want to know more about these incredibly revolutionary robots that will probably change the way we explore the universe. Welcome to the Future Tech Lab, and today we are going to tell you about the space robots that help space research and exploration. The Robonaut. NASA's Robonaut is a robot. Robonaut was created to be humanoid, which means it is supposed to appear like a person. This allows Robonaut to do the same tasks as a human. From operating on the International Space Station to exploring other worlds, Robonaut might be of assistance. The Robonaut project was started by NASA in 1996, and the first prototype of the robot was released in 2000. Engineers have worked to enhance Robonaut since then. Robonaut 2, or R2, is the most recent model. R2 was developed in collaboration between NASA and General Motors. Robonaut has a human-like head, torso, arms, and hands. Vision is provided through cameras in the head. Robonaut is known as a dexterous robot because its hands and fingers move in the same way as a human's do. The future of Robonaut is still up in the air at NASA. More experiments will be conducted on board the space station, and Robonaut may potentially take its first steps. Robonaut would be tested to see how effectively he could maneuver around spaceship surroundings to assist astronauts. The inventors of Robonaut have even considered sending a robot like Robonaut to future locations such as the Moon and Mars. Who knows where Robonaut, or a superior robot based on Robonaut, could wind up if testing goes well. The Dragonfly. Most of what we know about Saturn's moon Titan comes from the Cassini probe, which spent 13 years circling Saturn and investigated it extensively. Although Cassini is no longer with us, Titan will be visited by another robotic visitor in the coming years. The Dragonfly mission, which aims to transport a multi-rotor flying vehicle to Titan's surface, has received NASA's approval. In more ways than one, this expedition is on course to make history. Dragonfly will have 8 rotors, similar to Curiosity, the Mars rover, which will be powered by a radioisotope thermoelectric generator, RTG. Dragonfly will travel between different sites on Titan over a period of 2.7 years, traveling at least 108 miles, 175 kilometers. The helicopter technology demonstration aboard the Mars 2020 rover will most certainly be the first flying robot on another planet, but Dragonfly will be the first to do science while flying. It will also be the farthest-reaching robotic explorer on a planet or moon's surface. The Lemur. While the Curiosity rover is capable, it cannot reach Mars' polar caps or climb cliffs. NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory (JPL) is researching some far-fetched designs for climbing robots that might investigate hard-to-reach areas on other worlds to expand the capabilities of crewless rovers on Mars. The limbed excursion mechanical utility robot Lemur from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory was created to do repairs aboard the International Space Station. Engineers continue to test the robot and use their experiences with Lemur to develop exploration robots for future missions on Mars or on far-off moons, even though the repair program is no longer active. The Robosimeon. Robosimeon, a limbed robot created by NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory (JPL), is meant to work in conditions where human interaction is too dangerous or impossible, such as disaster zones and oil spill sites. JPL researchers are prepping the teleoperated Robosimeon platform for deployment in new, difficult settings, ranging from deep oceans to outer space, after years of engineering in the lab. The multi-jointed robot can grip anything, even human tools, despite not being designed for particularly deft jobs. Robosimeon maintains passive stability by connecting to supports such as ladders and rails and bracing itself during severe handling activities. The robot can feel the terrain as it walks thanks to 4 sensors in the wrist and ankle. The robot's state and location, the angles of all the limbs, joints, and error and status signals from the modules operating on the robot are all vital real-time data that human operators get through Robosimeon. Operators may also request pictures from any of the system's cameras on demand, as well as a 3D model of the local area around the robot, as calculated by each stereo pair. The data is used by the researchers to create a video game-like interface in the Operator Control Unit (OCU) which offers operators a bird's-eye perspective of the robot in its environment and allows them to preview motion plans. The Mars Rover 2020. The Perseverance rover from NASA is doing more than simply exploring Mars. If all goes according to plan, the life-hunting robot will also assist in the transport of a small piece of Mars to Earth in a decade or two. On February 18, 2021, Perseverance, the centerpiece of NASA's $2.7 billion Mars 2020 project, landed inside the red planet's Jezero crater. The car-sized robot will seek for signs of former microbial life and gather several dozen samples for eventual return to Earth, among other ambitious tasks, once it's fully operational. If everything goes according to plan, the samples will arrive on Earth in 2031. Scientists from all around the globe will next scour them for traces of life and hints about Mars long ago shipped from a relatively warm and wet environment to the freezing desert planet it is now, using sophisticated sensors. The Moxie. When the Mars Perseverance rover takes a break from investigating Jezero crater, a toaster-sized gadget will conduct a little chemical experiment that might one day allow people to thrive on Mars and return home. The Mars Oxygen In Situ Resource Utilization Experiment, or Moxie, is a device that extracts tiny amounts of oxygen from the Martian atmosphere, which is 96% carbon dioxide, using an electrical current, a process known as electrolysis. Moxie is one of the numerous studies being conducted by NASA and the European Space Agency to utilize the resources available on Mars and the Moon, a concept known as in situ resource utilization. Ideas for producing fuel and breathing oxygen have been known for decades, but they are only now being tried in the lab and on the Martian surface. The Mars Chopper. Ingenuity, a NASA Mars helicopter, is the first aircraft to fly on the Red Planet. As part of NASA's Mars 2020 project, it will be deployed to the Red Planet in the summer of 2020 on the Perseverance rover. On the surface of Mars, they landed together on February 18, 2021, at Jezero crater, an ancient delta where scientists believe they may find signs of a previous life. The first ever Mars helicopter, named Ingenuity, was also packed within the rover's belly. The Mars helicopter is now operational. The Marscopter, or Ingenuity, isn't a full-fledged mode of transportation, and it's very different from the helicopters we have here on Earth. Ingenuity isn't built to undertake science on its voyage to Mars because it has very little extra technology on board. Rather, the mission's goal was to demonstrate that powered flight is possible on Mars, which is a difficult feat given the red planet's thin atmosphere. Ingenuity is a tiny helicopter that weighs little under 4 pounds, 1.8 kilograms on Earth, but just 1.5 pounds, 0.68 kilograms on Mars. The vehicle is just 19 inches 48 centimeters tall. A helicopter, as opposed to rovers or future human explorers, might get access to regions that would otherwise be inaccessible, such as the Martian lava tunnels, which could be explored more readily by a helicopter than by other vehicles, and a faster rate than robotic surface vehicles like rovers. We'll start to see more of Ingenuity's capabilities exposed as we continue to see it push its limits and explore its prolonged mission phase. There we have it, which brings us to the end of today's video. So what do you think was the most amazing robot on the list? Please leave your answers in the comment section below. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel. While you're at it, hit the bell so you never miss any of our videos, as more exciting ones like this are on the way. In the next one, I'll see you.